How we doing, YouTube? Stevie here. Oh, same day as this morning, 6th of May. This could be trouble. Could be trouble. I'm at home right now. I've been home for not too awful long, a little while. It's about 8 o'clock at night, not quite 8 o'clock. And bobtailed all the way home from Zealand, which is about 2 hours, not quite 2 hours. I didn't think it was quite that far when I took that load, and it still was okay, but it made that rate that was okay, not so okay. But even still, the whole week was still setting up to be an okay week. But here's the problem. No empties. This is a common refrain you're going to hear from JB Hunt drivers. Now, is part of this my fault? Because I did deliver that load early. It was actually supposed to be delivered tomorrow. I had all day tomorrow to deliver it. But on our tablet, on the app, it said can deliver early. They tell you if you can bring them in early. And usually, those big places like that I went to, Me Johnson, you would think the way I thought was, they'll have several empties probably, or at least one. They probably get a lot of these loads. They ship about 12 of these loads a day is what comes out of Westchester to this place. So granted, JB doesn't get them all. Matter of fact, I don't know that JB gets that many of them actually. But we had up there in that yard, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 loaded trailers, no empties. The only empty was a dedicated trailer, and I can't take a dedicated trailer. Obviously, the dedicated boys want their trailer when they come with, in or out, whatever they're bringing. And there was 2 containers there, JB Hunt containers. And the guard, who was a very nice fellow, and who did all my bills and everything, he said they load that product on those containers and send it to the West Coast. So it's like baby formula, I think is kind of what it is. So I said it was a plastic container. It's not actually plastic. It's I don't know, like a cardboard container, like so big around and about like so deep that you see at the Walmarts and whatnot. I'm assuming they put like a milk replacer maybe, or something. I don't know what they put in it, but some kind of baby food of some kind. And long story short, that's what it is. So I was like, oh gosh dang. I get up there and he gave me that empty. He said, I don't know if we got any. Let me see. And look, he looks around. Can you take this one? Can you take that one? No. By the prefix, if it's someone you can take. And then he gave me one, this one. Well, the dedicated, you can't tell by the prefix, but like the containers and stuff, you can tell. So I went down there, and sure enough, that thing was a dedicated trailer. And I looked at the other 3 trailers. No, all loaded. So it was 5 till 5 Eastern time. 5 till 5. Or was it 5 till 5 Central time? Whatever it was, I called down to HQ right away. Oh my gosh, I said, they're going to be leaving. Them dispatchers going to be leaving. I called for my guy. I got my regular guy now. I don't have him anymore. Not that it would have made any difference. My guy's already gone for the night. So now I'm dealing with after hours, which is, as you all know, is never as good, bless their heart, never as good as the daytime. Not that the daytime can be all that great to begin with. 5 till 5, you're already gone. How many trucks you got out on the road? What if I need an emergency? Which it wasn't exactly an emergency, but it was a situation. So I asked this fellow, I tell him the situation, and he says, can you take will they live unload you? He was just asking. He didn't know. I just a computer screen to him. And I said, I'll ask him, but I don't think not so much probably. But I asked him. He said, no, we used to live unload them, but for some reason it didn't work out quite right. Dropping them was better. And he said, the gate guard I'm talking to now. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I said, I am early, so maybe I wanted to come home tonight, but I don't have to. I didn't have to. It wasn't a federal case. I said, what if if I stay the night, there's a couple truck stops not too far, I can bobtail and I can surely find a spot to tuck this thing in somewhere, if I even have to make a spot, and wait till morning, and then maybe I'll have an empty. One of these trailers will be empty. So I asked the gate guard, I said, when do you think you'll have one of these things empty? I said, I know you don't really know, but what would you guess? He said, could be 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days. He said, yeah. He said, it's whenever they need that product. He said, it might be just in time delivery for you, but it's just when they want it, when they take it off that trailer. And he said, yeah. He said, it could be. He said, I'm not saying it could be denied or not. He said, but it could be that. And I said, oh my gosh. He said, they've sent hunt trucks up here. He said, guys wanting empties. 3 guys wanted an empty trailer. They took every empty trailer. The 4th guy those were bobtail. They came in bobtail. He said later that afternoon, a guy came in with a loaded trailer, and then he didn't have an empty. I don't know how many trailers they keep in there, or how recently that happened, but I was like, oh my gosh. So I ended up bobtailing home. So when I was talking to the guy down at HQ, I said, I need some guidance, what I should do here. I explained to him, that I did bring it in a day early. Maybe that's a problem. And he said, I really wanted to get home because my next load is like 8 miles from my house tomorrow. And he's like, let's just go home. I said, you want me to bobtail home? And he said, yeah, and then just call in the morning. We'll find you an empty in the morning. Well, the last 2 empties they found me in the morning was up in Illinois. Well, one was in Morris and the other one was in Illinois. And I asked him specifically, I said, Hamlet, Indiana, that's where I live at. You're going to be able to find me an empty tomorrow close to there, because my pickup is 8 miles from there. Actually, from Hamlet, the city, it's only about 5 miles. I didn't tell him that. I just said close, 8 miles. He said, yeah, it should be all right. Now, we're going to see in the morning if it's actually all right or not. My guess is it's going to be very far from all right. And I'm going to have to deadhead a lot. Because this Knox load, it pays like $4 a mile to me. But it's only 60, 70 miles. So it's only a couple $100. So you can't put a lot of deadhead on this thing. And all of a sudden it starts getting not so good in a hurry. And basically I just wanted to get me over to my, that University Park load going over to Ohio. Oh, and I was looking for a load. That's enough for today. We're at 8:52 already, and this is my second one of the day. But hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. Hopefully this works. And if not, it's problematic in a bad way. Because I've gotten bad advice that I should have. I don't know. We won't worry about things that haven't happened yet. But it's all lining up to be, as they say, problematic. So, all right, everybody. God bless. I hope everybody has a good night. And don't work too hard.